Hey everybody, we are back at the Hurricane Headquarters today with our 7:55 p.m. tropical update for July 29th, 2020. And the news remains the same. Potential tropical cyclone 9 has a 90% chance of developing into a depression in the next 2 days. And let's head back to our comment of the day. I did share this in our earlier video today, this morning. And if you'd like to see the forecast for earlier today, you could check that out. And the comment of the day is from Weather Express Live, and they said if Maine were to get anything, it would be a weak tropical storm or tropical depression. And that is true. If it does take the east route and it goes up the east coast, then most likely that would be accurate. So now we're going to take a look at our official map here. As you can see, right here is where potential tropical cyclone 9 is. It actually moved quite far from where it was earlier today. Right now it's moving at 18 miles per hour towards the west-northwest. And the maximum sustained winds are 40 knots or 45 miles per hour. And minimum central pressure is 1,004 MB. And earlier today it was actually 108. So that's kind of an improvement. So now we're going to take a look at the official forecast cone. And it has changed a little bit, but as we can see, if it does indeed take this route into Florida, again, here are the two routes. It will either go into Florida or head a little bit more east. As the GFS states, it will head more east. But we'll definitely have to watch this and see exactly where it goes. And let's take a look at our watches and warnings. Puerto Rico, all the islands over here, most of the Dominican Republic, half of the Bahamas, you're all under a tropical storm warning. And the central Bahamas area, you're in a tropical storm watch. And this orange area over here is the current wind extent, and this is tropical storm force. And if you're wondering what this area is, this is the extended 5-day forecast. So if we turn off 5-day and only limit to 3-day, this is what we have. So now we're going to take a look at our arrival times of winds, and let's head to most likely. And we can even get all the way up to Sunday 8 p.m. We'll be getting winds all the way over North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, even parts of Mississippi. And even on the edge of like New Orleans area around here, you possibly could get tropical storm force winds if the storm does track this way towards the left. Now we'll take a look at our wind speed probabilities, and I usually don't really like seeing these, but I want to show them anyway. And over here, there's a 90 to 100% chance of tropical storm force winds, and as you can see up here on the graph. And here's our 50-knot wind speed, and I would say up from 5 to max 30% chance in some of these areas. But after we see it over here, we see some weakening as it gets through Florida, and that's only if it takes that route. And you may be wondering, why do I keep saying these routes and not showing you? And here is our current map for where it can go. This is actually from earlier, I made this, but this area will be more tilted into Florida. This area will kind of remain the same. It could either head this way or this way. And right now this is going to be like over here. And here's our official Hurricane HQ forecast. And we actually extended the cone because it's like the area of uncertainty. We don't know where it's going to go, but we think anywhere in here possibly could have impacts. So now we're going to take a look at our maps over here, and here's one spaghetti model. It's like really a lot of these ones show it actually heading off the coast and affecting this area. And these models that say off the coast can possibly have some more strengthening and possibly could become a hurricane for the northeast. But that's only if it does take the furthest route from the coast and mostly remains off the coast. We have some more tropical, not tropical, I'm sorry, forecast models, and this is all over the place, but you could see almost they break apart. Some head through Florida, and a lot of them remain off the coast, in fact, North Carolina and everything like that. Let's take a look at our GFS model. And the GFS really does keep it off the shore, and it shows a lot of strengthening as it heads by like the Jersey Shore, North Carolina, East Maryland, Delaware, and Long Island, etc. All this area near the red can expect a lot of development according to the GFS model. And that is where we can see those major impacts. Here's Canadian model. And this all shows it mostly staying inland and not getting too strong. And I usually don't trust the Canadian model at all, but sometimes you can trust it. And this is actually our spaghetti models, our intensity guidance, and a lot of them keep it in tropical storm status, although one brings it into Cat 1. This one actually brings it all the way to Category 4 hurricane. That would be very interesting to see, but of course we don't want that. And for intensity, I always like to show these models. This is OZ00Z, 06Z, 012Z, and 018Z. Usually we use 018Z. And here's our current infrared satellite. And of course it's not going to work. Everybody, you can comment below. Do you think I should make this a GIF image on our Google slide? Or do you think we should just keep it as a standard image? Whatever you think, you can comment below. And yeah, right now it's actually working. But you could definitely see an eye starting to continuing to build up around this area. It's hard to see the mouths. And it's actually moving quite fast, like 17 miles per hour. And right now we're going to head to windy.com, and this is where our current storm is right here, and we can definitely see that circulation around here. This is definitely the eye. And let's see what top wind speeds we can get. I'm seeing we can get up to 45 miles per hour in here, max in here. Wind gusts, wow, you can probably get up to 60 plus gusts. And here's our radar and satellite, weather radar, satellite radar. We can definitely see that. Here's our GFS model, and let's just use the GFS to see where this thing's gonna head. The GFS shows it actually heading up the East Coast. Actually, it does show it actually getting quite strong, although this model actually takes it a little bit offshore, and it most likely won't affect the coast too hard. All this can definitely change, though. These gusts are extreme. Whoa, oh my, these are really strong. 94 mile per hour gusts in there. Oh my gosh, this is wind. It's a hurricane. Alright, the GFS is actually showing it become a hurricane, a Category 1 hurricane, I would say east of Delaware and East Maryland as it swivels up the East Coast. Wow, if this GFS, if this particular model is right, we could see a quite strong Category 1 hurricane. And hold on. Let's just take a look at our hurricane chart. I just looked this up on Google. So, as you can see, here's our whole chart. As you can see, it's 74 to 95 mile per hour is a Category 1, and Anything over 96 is a Category 2. So, wow, this is actually quite strong. We are seeing a Category 1 hurricane, possibly. Let's keep going. Wow, this thing is big. 78 miles per hour. Wow, if this thing actually happens, if this is the model that actually happens, whoa, 82 miles per hour. Wow. This is quite strong Category 1 hurricane is what this is showing. And wow, it really speeds up. We could have some major impacts up here in Massachusetts. So that comment, we'll have to watch this carefully. Originally the comment was probably accurate, but judging off this model, possibly it could be a stronger storm than we originally thought. If it does take the GFS. Let's take a look at the ECMWF. And this also brings it up the coast. Earlier today, it actually just disappeared by Florida. But this one actually brings it closer to the coast. And we could see some major impacts along the Jersey Shore, East Maryland, Delaware, Long Island, Massachusetts, all this area. We could see some major impacts. If it does take this route at least. But it would most likely only be a tropical storm, if anything. This one doesn't show too much development. And the NAM, this one's really limited. It only shows like 3 days. But by the time it hits Friday around 11 to 12, you can see it start to come over here. So we'll definitely have to watch this really closely. Depending on how this goes, this storm could be quite serious. So we'll have to watch this really a lot. We'll have to really pay a lot of attention to this. Wow. So everyone from other channels and all of our subscribers, we have to watch this very carefully. Make sure, if you aren't subscribed already, punch that subscribe button and push the small button in the right corner to subscribe, and make sure you ring the notification bell to never miss another update on this storm, because these forecasts can change very quickly. So now let's take a look at some more models. Here's our water temperatures, and it's looking quite warm. Slightly warmer waters over here, fueled by the Gulf Stream, which could enhance development, especially like we saw in the GFS model, which is actually showing it become a hurricane when it's east of, I would say, east of East Maryland. It could probably continue to be a hurricane, a Category 1. And this is definitely going to enhance that development if it does. Here's our water temperatures. Again, they're really warm around here in the 80s. They're warm all the way up to like Long Island area. So that will definitely also fuel development. Let's take a look at our wind shear amounts. Now, this area will actually probably break it up a lot as it passes through. Although, if it does continue over here, this is where we can see rapid strengthening all from Florida to around Long Island area. We can see rapid strengthening of this storm, and we might have some major impacts on the East Coast, south and north. It depends really where the storm decides to go. And even if it doesn't decide to go that way, if it does decide to go into Florida, that could also have major impacts, especially for Florida. And we'll have to watch it either way where it goes. We'll have to watch it very carefully. And wow. Also, I forgot to mention, I did mention this a few minutes ago, but we just rolled out with a new box. in the right corner of the screen that you could probably see around over here somewhere. I don't really know a better way to describe it, but it's a box that has our channel logo, along with, if you push it, it actually is a subscribe button in there. So if you never want to miss another update from this channel again, push that button. And let's see if we can get to over 100 subscribers. If we get to 100 subscribers, I'll do a weather-related giveaway on Gleam.io. And yeah, subscribe and ring the bell to never miss another video again. So here's our Saharan dust air layer forecast, and this will also slightly be affecting the storm. This is also kind of causing that dry air, which I'll show you in a second. Yes, here. This map here shows the area over here. This is actually quite dry air. It is on the green side, but it's quite dry. Still some water in the air, some moisture, but it's mostly dry. And this will really weaken the storm until it gets around here. That should enhance it. And actually up here there's a lot of dry air. Wow, that entire area over there needs some rain. Here's our tropical intensity index, and of course it's not going to work. Yeah, 1 second, everybody. So here's our tropical intensity outlook here. And again, over here, it's highly unfavorable for development. But once we get past there, all this area over here, especially that warm water from the Gulf Stream, will be fueling development as it heads up the East Coast, if it does take that route. And if it doesn't, Florida will probably get hit with a tropical storm around 60 miles per hour when it hits it. And that's actually not that far off from hurricane status, only like 14 miles per hour away from that. So we'll definitely have to watch this very carefully. Either way, where it goes, we'll have to watch it. And yeah, here's our wave height map. And as you can see, as the storm moves along, the wave heights will dramatically increase to around 20 feet. And even around 30 feet, possibly. Although I don't think that's that likely. And wow, these wave heights are high. This entire area, the wave heights are quite high. And this model actually shows it heading up the East Coast. And you could possibly have some major impacts along the East Coast. Oh wow, that's strong. We have like 30-foot waves. So we'll definitely have to watch the storm. Either way, wherever it goes, we'll have to watch it. And this could be a major storm. Maybe not a major hurricane, but it could probably cause a lot of damage for areas that probably don't want damage. And I'm going to show you our official forecast again. Here's our model, and we're saying you could probably go anywhere in here. So anyone in here, I don't think you should rush to prepare, but just expect a storm. Don't be crazy surprised if it's about to be right on your doorstep if you're in this cone. And here's the ways it can go. And again, this arrow on the left should be facing more up through Florida, and this should be here. I made this model earlier, and I think it's close enough that I didn't have to remake it, but I think it's good enough for now. Tomorrow I'll make a new models, and I think I'm going to end the video here, but I would like to bring something up. This is our comment of the day, and if you'd like to be featured on our videos, then comment on our videos. Make sure they're clean for all different audiences, and make them weather related or anything to do with our content. And yeah, you might get featured on our video. Well, thank you everybody for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. And if there's anything I could do to make the video better, you can leave that in the comments section below. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one.